Hi guys, welcome to Otaku Junkie. Today I'm going to explain episode 4 of Chainsaw Man. So let's get into it. In the starting of the episode we see in the wilderness, Power is seen beheading animals and consuming their blood. She spends more time with Meowie, who she begins to like. Power doesn't think twice and rushes towards the city when the Bat Devil grabs Meowie and demands a human in exchange, all the while questioning why she's doing it. Since she enjoys blood, she thinks saving Meowie is a ridiculous excuse. She has only now realized, though, that blood is warm and pleasant to the touch. With the guts of the Bat Devil surrounding them, Power awakens with Meowie in her arms and Denji holding her. She questions why Denji spared his life while she tried to kill him. She thinks it's a silly excuse when he points to her chest and says he wants to touch her. She accepts her mistake and says she'll let him touch her now that Meowie is secure. Denji extends his arm in excitement, but it is immediately blown off. After that, the Leech Devil takes his arm and eats it. Denji is instructed to grab Meowie and flee by Power, who is unable to walk. Denji pulls the rope on his chest, but all that comes out is a tiny chainsaw, leading him to believe that he may be low on blood. The Bat Devil, the Leech Devil's man, was allegedly murdered by Denji. Denji is her type and the devil thinks he's cute, so she chooses to let him go. But Power and Meowie will be killed by the demon. The Leech Devil warns Denji that if he engages in combat after hearing it, he would perish alongside them. Denji evades her attacks as they begin to battle by running around. Eventually, he gets in a punch, but the Leech Devil pushes him away, saying that he appears to be too frail to be able to kill the Bat Devil. She admits that in their romantic and lofty ideal, she and him will kill all people. Denji is adamant about getting his Kappa feel before passing away. His dream was not good, according to the Leech Devil. He charges the devil and uses the tiny chainsaw he's got on his head to sever her neck. Then Denji starts to rant about how everyone makes fun of his dream and how much greater dreams they have. He says they should have a dream war and that if he kills her, it will prove that her dream is stronger than his as he becomes angrier by the minute. Even his screaming, according to the Leech Devil, is ineffective. Denji then charges towards her. He sidesteps her strikes and begins to wrap the Leech Devil in an intestine, forcing her to fall to her knees. As they trade blows and Denji becomes crazier and crazier, their battle gets wilder. When he finally jumps at her, she uses her tongue to penetrate his chest and defeat him. As she is about to devour him, Aki appears and summons the Fox Devil using Khan, who quickly consumes the Leech Devil's head. The Leech Devil is subsequently sucked up by the Fox Devil after asking Aki for permission to do so. He declares that the Leech Devil has been destroyed and gives the rookie devil hunters who traveled with him the go-ahead to search and rescue. Himino, who is his senior, is then requested to keep an eye out for further devils. When Denji awakens in the hospital, Aki informs him that they have located his arm and that all it needs is some blood to reattach. Denji observes that Aki and the Fox Devil appeared to be friendly. Aki reveals that in order to battle devils, devil hunters enter into contracts with them. Aki gave the Fox Devil some of his flesh as nourishment, in this case some skin, in exchange for power. While chopping the apples, Aki snatches them away from Denji as she reaches out to grab them. According to Aki, devils and other evil spirits seek for human death. Power also seems cool, says Denji. According to Aki, they discovered them by pursuing surveillance footage that pointed to a home where the Bat Devil is said to have once lived and discovering copious amounts of Denji's blood there. Although Aki believes Power attempted to murder Denji, she is unsure of his motivation for doing so. Denji acts foolish and makes up the story that he is unaware of what occurred. Aki remembers hearing stories of individuals wishing to thank the Chainsaw Devil for saving their lives. He warns Denji that if he persists, he would have to compile a report that will put both Power and Denji at risk because he stood in for her. However, because there had been no fatalities from the incident, Aki declared he would forget the tragedy provided Denji agreed to his one request. In order for him to continue living his current lifestyle, Aki requests that Denji listen to him and pushes the chopped apples to him. Denji nods in agreement and adds that he may not have a lofty ambition or be as serious as Aki, but he can depend on him. Power is standing outside the hospital room with Himino. As Aki walks away, Power remarks that he should have obtained assurance from Denji that she is not guilty. Himino warns that Aki will be held accountable if he frees her and she kills someone. He unleashes Power and declares that they are demon hunters and will use the devils and fiends against their adversaries if they are useful. Aki sees Makima at the office in the evening and updates her about Denji and Power. He explains that while they were on patrol, they ended up venturing outside the designated area and finding a residence they believed to be inhabited by the devil. He claims that when Denji killed the Bat Devil, the Leech Devil attacked him, but Division 4 killed him. He claims that the two devils did not contain any gun flesh. Despite noting that Denji and Power were able to travel quite a distance without anybody noticing, Makima thanks him for the information. Since there were no casualties and they were able to expel 2 devils, Aki claims they can ignore it. Makima agrees, but observes that Aki looks more adaptable today and wonders if Denji's influence is to blame. Aki, however, disputes that he has changed. Aki gets up in the morning and does her laundry. He goes and sits on his balcony after brewing himself a cup of coffee. Denji then gets up and goes to the loo. Aki begins her housework as Denji enjoys breakfast. Later, Aki begins to make the lunchtime curry. Someone is loudly knocking on Aki and Denji's door. They observe Power enter after breaking the door when they go to check it. Power claims that their location is deplorable. When Makima calls Aki, she explains that she also wishes to entrust him with caring for Power, just like Denji did. Makima reassures him that Power made a behavior commitment. The 3 are preparing to eat lunch when Power picks up her dish of vegetables and tosses it away, complaining that she doesn't like the food. She receives reprimands for misbehaving and wasting food from both Denji and Aki, but she doesn't care. Power clogs the toilet as a result because she only seldom takes a bath and doesn't like to flush the toilet every time. She thinks Denji and Aki's complaints are ridiculous and delicate. Power approaches Denji as she is attempting to unblock the toilet and gestures a grab by pointing at her chest. She claims she is keeping her word and will allow him to touch her. He has 3 squeezes, she says as she sits on the toilet. 1 for killing Bat Devil, 1 for defending Miaoi from Aki, and 1 for each. She had initially planned to deny him, but she changed her mind. Denji is overjoyed and believes she is an angel. With this episode 4 of Chainsaw Man comes to end. So, if you like the explanation, subscribe to channel for more series like this. Also leave a comment on which series you want next. Thanks for